Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. Solo Sikoa commented on the Bloodline's victory over Roman Reigns and the Usos at WWE Crown Jewel. He also opened up about his conversation with Sami Zayn on Raw. The former NXT North American champion pinned the OTC after hitting him with the Samoan spike several times during the opening match of the premium live event. Sami Zayn came out to make the save at the end, but he accidentally wiped out Reigns with the hell of a kick. Speaking on the Crown Jewel post-show, Solo Sikoa stated that Zayn tried to mislead him about siding with the Bloodline, but it was unsuccessful. He then boasted about beating Roman Reigns. I felt happy, because Roman got kicked in the face by his so-called family member Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn tried to trick me, tried to trick the Bloodline, but obviously it didn't work. And another thing, why is it shocking? Why is it shocking that I beat Roman Reigns? I was supposed to beat Roman. I came out on top. I'm the real OTC. I'm the real head of the table. This is my bloodline. This is my family. This is my show. And another thing. Who's the real tribal chief? Said Sikoa. Survivor Series is set to take place in a few weeks, and it's possible that Roman, Jimmy USO, and Sami Zayn could join forces to take on the Bloodline in a War Games match. In the world of professional wrestling, moments of seismic shift often come when least expected. For Solo Sikoa, a member of the legendary Anoa'i family, the night he pinned his cousin, Roman Reigns, at WWE's latest pay-per-view event became a defining moment, not just in his career but in the ongoing saga of the Bloodline. Following this shocking victory, Sikoa found himself at a crossroads, grappling with his newfound status and the responsibilities that came with it. As the dust settled from the match, the atmosphere in the locker room was electric. The other wrestlers buzzed with excitement, speculating on the ramifications of Solo's victory. For many, it was a long overdue change in the pecking order of the Bloodline. After all, Roman had reigned supreme for over 3 years, a champion adored and feared alike. But now, the tide had turned, and Solo found himself the center of attention. Days later, Solo decided to break his silence during an exclusive interview with WWE's digital platform. Dressed in his signature black hoodie and looking contemplative, he shared his thoughts on his monumental victory and the conversation he had with Sami Zayn, who had been on the other side of the Bloodline drama. It feels surreal, honestly, Solo began, his voice steady yet layered with emotion. Pinning Roman was never just about winning a match for me. It was about stepping out of the shadows and claiming my spot in this family and in this industry. He paused, reflecting on the weight of his words. But it's also a heavy burden. Roman is my family, my cousin, and a legend in this business. You don't just dethrone that. His victory over Roman had sent shockwaves through the WWE universe, igniting a fresh narrative around the Bloodline. Fans were left buzzing with questions. What did this mean for Roman? For the faction? For Solo himself? It was during this time that Sami Zayn reached out to Solo, seeking a private conversation, a dialogue that would prove crucial in shaping Solo's perspective on his new role. Sami called me right after the match, Solo recalled, a faint smile breaking through his serious demeanor. I honestly didn't expect him to reach out. He's been through his own battles with the Bloodline, but he's always shown respect for the legacy. Sami's voice on the other end of the line had been filled with genuine warmth and camaraderie. I just wanted to congratulate you, man. What you did out there was huge, he had said. But I also want to make sure you're prepared for what comes next. It's not just about the glory, it's about the fallout. I appreciated that, Solo continued, his brow furrowing slightly. Sami knows what it's like to be in the thick of it, to deal with the politics and family dynamics. He warned me about the pressure, the expectations, and how quickly things can turn from cheers to jeers. Everyone loves a hero until they don't, he said. Those words stuck with me. The conversation between Solo and Sami evolved into a discussion about legacy, identity, and the challenges that lay ahead. Sami, having experienced the complexities of the bloodline firsthand, offered Solo advice that felt both personal and profound. "You need to define who you are outside of being part of this family," Sami had said. "You have to carve your own path, even if that means stepping away from Roman's shadow." Solo nodded, understanding the weight of Sami's message. He's right. I've spent so long being known as Roman's cousin, but I'm more than that. I'm Solo Sikoa, and I need to embrace that. As Solo delved deeper into his thoughts, he expressed his concerns about the future. "The fans are expecting me to take the reins and lead the bloodline into a new era, but the reality is, I'm still learning. I'm not just stepping into Roman's shoes, I'm trying to forge my own legacy." With each word, Solo's conviction grew. "I want to honor my family's legacy while also proving I can stand on my own." The victory over Roman wasn't just a highlight, it was a catalyst for change. "I feel that shift within me, and I know the fans do too." When the topic shifted back to Roman, Solo's tone became more somber. "I respect Roman more than anyone. He's done so much for this business and our family. It's hard to think about the strain this could put on our relationship. But I know he'll understand that this is part of my journey." In the days following the match, whispers circulated about potential rifts within the bloodline. Fans speculated whether this was the beginning of a feud or merely a passing phase. Solo, however, seemed determined to navigate the waters with respect and careful consideration. "I don't want to turn this into a rivalry," he explained. "It's more about growth for me. I want to show the world that I can carry the torch without diminishing what Roman has built." The conversation with Sami had reaffirmed Solo's commitment to this path. "I told Sami I wanted to make my own mark, but I also want to support the family," Solo shared. "He reminded me that I could do both. I could be a leader while still being a loyal member of the bloodline. That balance is key." As the interview concluded, Solo reflected on the responsibility he now bore. "I know the fans are excited about what's to come," he stated confidently. "I'm ready to embrace this challenge and show them that Solo Sikoa is a force to be reckoned with. This is just the beginning for me." In the weeks that followed, as the WWE Universe prepared for the next major event, Solo's story began to take shape. He would enter the ring not just as Roman's cousin, but as a man on a mission to prove himself. His newfound confidence, shaped by the words of Sami Zayn and his own determination, set the stage for what could be a legendary chapter in his career. Solo Sikoa had broken his silence, and with it, he had opened the door to a future filled with promise, challenge, and the potential to reshape the narrative of the bloodline. Fans waited eagerly, ready to witness this new era unfold before their eyes. As Solo stepped into the spotlight, one thing was clear: he was no longer just a part of the legacy, he was ready to make it his own.